The Substance movie is one of the most beautiful and at the same time visually disgusting movies of all time, I guess. At least of 2024, that's for sure. So in today's video we're going to break down the color schemes behind this movie, also we'll take a look at the backstage footage and we'll have a look at the great usage of macro shots in this movie. So let's go. What's good, guys? My name is Oleg Nikitin and you're watching No Limits On channel. So there will be no spoilers, guys, at least I will try to. So if you want to watch this movie and you still don't want to know the plot twist or something, just be sure I will not spoil it for you guys. So let's get started. So guys, the cinematographer of this movie is Benjamin Krakun. I hope I pronounced his name right, and I did find a couple of backstage shots. They were using the Arri Alexa Mini. Of course, it's a great camera, it's pretty compact, relatively lightweight, let me say, and it's very good in terms of latitude, dynamic range, and they did use a ton of wide-angle lenses as well as super macro lenses. So let's talk about macro shots first. So those shots with the super wide-angle lenses, they make you feel really uncomfortable. It's like super in your face shot and you simply feel like the person is talking to your eye, like right next to you. The next shot is with a fly, and I guess there is a little throwback to the movie Flyman or Just a Fly from the 70s. I guess there is a little Easter egg about this movie as well. And they're using a lot of macro shots to show the age of the main actress, Demi Moore. Also, they did use a macro shot with this little bowl with like glitter, some particles. And here is a backstage of this scene. They're using a guy as a tripod. He's literally holding the camera with two hands as a mini tripod. And the cinematographer is doing it with a 90mm 1:1 macro lens. As you can see right here, we have some lighting, like frost frames right there and right here. So probably it's not the best and not the most convenient way to do this, but still, guys, it does work. So they use a ton of macro shots and they are combined with the sound effects, the same sound effects as I get from my neighbors from down there. They're drilling the wall. F you, neighbors. But if you watch this movie in a pretty good set of headphones, you'll get what I'm saying, because it's a masterpiece of a work of a sound designing and audio engineering. You get a lot of like irritating, eerie sounds that make you uncomfortable as well, because it's a body horror and they need to implement the different scratching sounds into the visuals, so it gets even more dramatic and more horrifying, let me say. So as you can tell, guys, they are using a lot of macro shots right here, even the eyes, and we can see a huge frost frame right there in the shot. And here is a little backstage as well. It's not showing us a lot. They're using the boom mic, of course. They're using some small HD monitors, of course, the Arri Alexa Mini LF as well. And they use like 90mm macro occasionally, but also they do use an 18mm lens, like on this backstage shot. And as you can tell, guys, it gives you a very wide look with a very irritating process of like staring at the people's face, like right in front of them. And they are using the ultra wide lens a lot. And now, guys, we'll be taking a look at the color schemes of this movie. I did use Adobe's website. Here is the website. If you want to try, you can just upload a JPEG file and get 5 different colors from the image, and you can pick those manually as well. And now let's break it down in terms of complementary colors and color schemes in general. So we'll start off with the first shot. You can definitely see the substance, the green one, also the yellow part of the egg, the cyanish one background, and also a pretty dark color of the gloves themselves. And if we take a look at the color wheel, we can see that all of those colors are leaning towards the yellowish, greenish, bluish part of the color wheel, and only the egg has the yellow bright spot, so it's a very contrasted scene. Nice pick of the colors and especially of the gloves. So here we have the great opening shot, one of the best opening shots, to be honest, and it's showing the aging of the main actress, of Demi Moore. And you can see the bronze color, also the kind of a skin color, or let me say the pinkish color, a very pale one, and also the dark blue or even greenish color, and they make a very nice contrast as well. Do you remember this shot from The Shining? Yeah, The Shining movie? For sure, it's like an Easter egg for the Shining movie. And here you can see the different colors of posters. We have deep blue, also bright yellow, a little bit of purple color on the right side, and the other poster a little bit further on the right side as well. And we have a very pronounced dark blue on the carpet, kind of an ornament, let me say, or a pattern. And it's a very nice touch, because if it wasn't for this pattern, it would be a very like dull shot with not a lot of contrast. But other than that, pretty nice pick of the colors. They're a little bit all over the place, but it has to be like this because it should be a little irritating for your eyes. Here's the next shot with a lot of leading lines. We see some leading lines in the previous one, and the next one is also with a lot of leading lines, and we have three main colors: the reds, the whites, and also the blue color of the costume of the main actress, let me say, and it really helps our eye to distinguish her from the white and red background. Here is a little backstage of this scene. We see a huge light above her head for the close-up shot. They're using a boom mic and they're recording audio on this set, I guess. Also here you can see the Ariel X and Mini LF, some audio and video transmission systems, and all in all the playback is pretty nice. We can see the shutter angle, the 24 FPS. They're filming at T5.6 and the ISO is at 1200, guys, by the way. So here is the next shot. I really like this one. It's a classic teal orange shot, kind of Michael Bay style, let me say. We have a very pronounced orange or like bronze color of her skin and of the ceiling, and also a very bluish, purple-ish colors of her jacket and shirt. And also two gentlemen on the sides, they also wear blue jackets, so it creates a lot of contrast. If we look at the color wheel, they're on the opposite sides of the color wheel, and it really adds a lot of depth and volume to the shot. And in the next shot, they introduce my favorite yellow coat. This yellow coat is just adorable, let me say, guys. So we have purple-ish, bluish color of her shirt, which is a very nicely contrasting with the yellow coat, and we also have some darker kind of orangey leaves on the background and some darker colors like bluish colors of the wheel itself. Here is another one, a pretty interesting. We have bluish sky, but also, guys, pay attention to the leaves, to the palm tree. It's not a green palm tree, but more of like golden or yellowish palm tree, and it correlates with the helmet of one of the workers. And also the workers are wearing the blue robes or whatever you call it, and they have it against the red background, the red lift or the red billboard, the red dress, and the red toothpaste as well. Super contrasty, love this shot. Here is a super wide shot as well. We can see a very nice contrast of the yellow coat against the building. We have some sandy colors of the building. We have a little bit of darker greens in the leaves. The sky is not really saturated, it's a little bluish but not strongly, and we have some darker blue windows in this part of the image. Here is one of my favorite shots, and if we have a look from left to right, we can see a very bright blue something like a vase or a lamp probably on the left side. Then we have like a blood color roses, a very dark red color, then the pinkish carpet right there, the blue costume of the main actress, and also a very dark blue wall on the right side, and a little bit of light blue from the sky itself. All in all, a very high contrasty scene in terms of colors and in terms of lighting as well. We can definitely see the silhouette of the main actress. It looks gorgeous in my opinion. The next shot is even more gorgeous because we have a very direct light above the actress. It's a hard light, so we can see all the aging of her back, all the skin nuances and so on. And it's also a very pronounced teal orange shot because her dress is a dark blue color, the background is darker blue as well, and we have a very pronounced orange color on the foreground, on the bar itself, and on the lights behind the bar. Here is a top-down shot, and in this shot I really appreciate that they pick the red telephone right there. It's like a coral color, let me say, but still the dress is dark blue. It's a very beautiful color, by the way, and it has a very strong contrast between the red coral probably color of the bed, the sheets, the phone, and even the lamps, and the skin of our actress is kind of wrapped into this bluish dress, which is very nice. And here is another shot. It's also a top-down shot, but from another part of the movie, and you can tell that in the previous shot we had very warm light, very warm skin tone. All in all, it does look very vibrant, and after like 40 minutes of watching this movie, you can see that it's not as bright and not as positive, let me say, as before. We can see a lot of different colors like dark blue, almost grayish colors, purple-ish colors, and the only bright accent is this lamp, which is a warmer light. But her skin and her, I don't know what it is, maybe a shirt, it's a very cool color. This shot wouldn't be so great if they didn't put this orange chair in it. So we have some light blues from the sky, we also have some whites, the skin tones, and also some darker blues on the background from the right side, but if it wasn't for this particular chair, it wouldn't be that contrasty and that interesting to look at, because it simply adds a lot of value and contrast to this shot. Love it. In the next shot, I guess they did put the orange graffiti themselves, and also those garbage something like a little table, the yellow one right there, and also the coat. The yellow coat is simply amazing because it stands out so good in the urban locations. And all in all, we have the orange, the yellow, and also a bit of gray and a little bit of sky color, and just a touch of purplish brown color in the curtains behind those bars on the building. This shot is also very symbolic. So first we have some leading lines, two complementary colors, the yellow and the yellow on the little anti-cockroach service or extermination service. It's a very symbolic, I guess, because we had a fly, now we have another insect, and I guess it's showing us where it's going. I will not spoil it for you guys. And also here we have a very dark blue colors, and we see a very high contrast in terms of lighting and in terms of colors as well. It's a teal orange scheme as well. In the next shot we have three main colors which are colorful and two monochrome colors. So we have the whites and the grays, and also we have dark blue in her background and in her shirt, and also we have bright yellow and bright red in her little bag. In the next scene, it looks like it's all made out of skin, at least to my eye. So the food matrix, the food for other self, it really looks like it's like part of the skin for some reason, at least to me. So we have some green, which is very contrasty against those pale colors. We have a little bit of brown, a little bit of pinkish colors, and all in all, it does look like a part of the body, at least to my eye. If you also think so, please let me know down in the comment section below, guys. The next shot is pretty interesting because I'm sure they did it on purpose. I talk about this Ford Mustang, the red one, in the left part of the image. We still have the same yellow coat, some skin color as well, and a bright pink, and just a touch of green color for the leaves. And all in all, guys, this applies in the color wheel in two different directions. So we have a bright red, we have some greens, and we have some yellows. So they lean on one part of the color wheel, and it simply looks amazing to my eye. By the way, guys, all in all, this style of this movie really reminds me of the Neon Demon movie by Nicholas Winding Refn, which I did break down in terms of colors and cinematography and composition, so I'll leave a link down below. After watching this video, you can go ahead and watch that one as well. Here is a classic example of teal orange style. So we have the orangey walls, but we have the floor and the back wall with this teal, like dark blue color, and the skin tone of those two guys. They are really contrasting with the darker blue wall against them. Very nicely made, also very good composition in terms of leading lines. The next shot is not that good in terms of like color, but I do like the meaning that the girl is like between the legs of a man. It's very symbolic, I guess, to show that he's dominating and he's not really caring about women and so on. At least I did get it in this way, guys. So here we have a very pronounced pink color, which is right next to the cyanish and like pale cyan color of the TVs. And the pink and cyan is a very popular scheme. I guess Tiffany does use this color a lot in this color combination as well. So here we have another Barbie-like style a shot with a lot of bright lights and bright colors. So here we have the yellow shirt on the guy, we have bright pink on the model, we have bright green in the trees, and we also have a little bit of sky. So all in all, this shot is super vibrant, and it really shows how much better the life is when she's using the substance. Not spoiling, I guess you did see it in the trailer. Here we have a night shot, another one from teal orange scheme. Look at her face. So the background is very dark, but we still get some orange accents. We also have brightly red nails, like fingernails are brightly red. We also have some purple-ish colors, and the right part of the image is very cold. It's a very dark and moody blue color, so it adds up and makes it a teal orange shot. Another teal and orange scheme. The color of this t-shirt is simply great, and the color of the walls behind her and the leading lines as well. It's making a great composition and makes her skin pop a lot more. And it's a funny one because they're using some kind of a band white, I don't know, reflector probably, and they have like a hole in the middle of it, and they put the 90mm lens inside of it, and she's drinking some Coke. They're doing the audio on the set as well. but all in all, guys, it's made for the reflection, so you cannot see the lens and the camera operator with this technique. It's a very like cheap technique, let me say, but it does work. So even the Hollywood movies use something like this. Pretty cool. Another shot with the main actress. Here we have a different color of the t-shirt. It's leaning more towards cyan color, and all in all, we have a very nice spot to look at on her breast, basically, because it has some cactus and a very bright kind of reddish color, and it's really correlating with the color of the sky and the darker wooden color of the door. This is one of the most beautiful shots in this movie, at least in my opinion, because we have a very strong contrast in terms of light and in terms of colors as well. It's a very monochromic kind of bluish shot, but we have a very bright, almost white background, and it's really lit pretty simply. It's a backlit shot. By the way, I did the whole movie, like the series disclaimer in terms of the backlighting, the art of backlighting. I'll leave a link down below as well. And this shot looks simply gorgeous in my opinion. So here we have a pump it up show shot, and here I was looking for the different colors of the costumes of the dancers themselves. So here we have the bright purple, bright orange, bright pink, bright blue, like all the colors. And if you have a look at the color wheel, they're simply super saturated, so they're leaning towards the edges of the color wheel. So the closer you are to the edge of the color wheel, the more saturated the color is. And right here we can see it's definitely oversaturated. Also the socks just like acid color, let me say, and it really adds up to the feeling of being not real, of being plastic, let me say, or Barbie like. So it's a very good job in terms of color and color scheming. So here we have once again the corridor from the Shining movie, let me say, but here we have only one poster on the wall, and it's more of a pinkish color. And if it wasn't for the tiles or for the, let me say, drawings on the floor, the darker blue ones, this shot would have been pretty boring. But with those ones, they are making the leading lights more visible and adds up a lot of contrast. And for this particular shot, guys, I'm very sure that they did this on purpose. I'm talking about the blue dress on the bed itself. So if it wasn't for this bluish dress, it wouldn't be that contrast in terms of the red dress on the actress compared to the background, which is also reddish and purple-ish. And here we have the right part of the image with darker, bluer colors. So again, we're looking at more or less teal orange shot. And here is a little backstage. So they're using a very huge frost frame on the left side, another one pretty big source on top, and also a bounce board on the other side. And they are filming a close-up shot, as you can tell right here. To be honest, guys, it's a pretty simple lighting, but it is effective, as you can tell. So here is the pre-last shot, and in this one I really adore the little ropes on the necks of the team. They are yellowish, so it really adds up to the contrast, because if we have a look, we have some purple and pink and also a very dark blue colors, but the yellow lies on the opposite side of the color wheel, and it really adds this little contrasty thing. So I guess it was done on purpose. I'm not sure, but I think so. And here's the last shot for today, guys. It's a very pale, very moody, very cool shot, and we see only the red nails, just a tiny bit of red nails on the actress, and other than that, it's super dark, moody, bluish, greenish shot, which I like. And it also reminds me of the American Beauty, if I'm correct. I'll write down if I'm not. But you remember the shot with the roses, etc. It was super cool. And the last backstage shot. So here we can see some frost frames. Nothing too crazy, we have some rails for the dolly. I really wish, guys, that we could see a bit more of such projects in terms of behind the scenes and how it was shot, but it's not a lot of info in the internet about this movie in terms of behind the scenes. So all in all, guys, I really hope that you did enjoy it, and please let me know down in the comment section below what other movies or series you want me to break down. And if you do like more of a color breakdown or like composition and lighting breakdown or something else, just let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. And right here I have a full playlist with a ton of different movies, not a ton, a couple of movies breakdown, because I don't do this really often, but I really enjoy the process. See you right there, guys. Take care. Bye.